All right, I wanted to go over the answers to these real quick. We'll be going over the answers in class. So I think it'll be easier for me to explain this through a video than to try to write it down and send it to you. All right, so when we're looking at this, my first thing that I want to do is find the longest carbon chain. All right, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 without picking my pencil up. So there's my longest carbon chain. It is butane. But then look, I've got a bromo and I have a chloro. So now I need to number these things. I'm going to have this be carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can number backwards because this is in 3D space, so I could pick this whole chain up and flip it. So I could number either way that I want to, but I'm going to number closest to this branch here that I have coming off. So now when I name this, it's going to go, I've got chloro, I've got bromo, and I have butane. And I'm going to name butane's the long chain, so it goes at the end. But my two branches, I'm going to go in alphabetical order. So it is 2 bromo, because B comes before C, 1 chloro, and then you, well, let me write here. Chlorobutane, so chlorobutane. Alright, and then that is it for that one. Now on Olivia's, it almost looks like this carbon here should be a chain, but look, without picking my pencil up, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my longest chain is hexane. Here's a branch, and that is a bromo. So I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go the quickest route. So I'm going to go that way. So my carbons would be numbered like this. So now, put this all together. It is 3 bromo, and then your long chain is hexane. All right, Destiny's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is butane. Here is a branch here. It's a bromo. I'm going to number this way: 1, 2, 3, 4. It is quicker than going 1, 2, 3. So it is 2 bromo, butane. Let me see if this will let me. There we go. All right. Now on Noah's, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my long chain is pentane. Now I'm not going to go 1, 2, 3. The quickest way is to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to number backwards. Because remember, like I said, I can pick this up and I can just rotate it and flip it in 3D space. So now I've got a chloro. And this is a carbon, so that is a methyl. All right, now once again, I'm going to go alphabetical order. So my chloro is first, 2 chloro, 3 methyl. And remember now, we're going to have to write down the bottom. Pentane. All right, Lane's. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is also pentane. Now he has a bromine here and a bromine here. So what I have is a dibromo. So the di means 2 of them. So I could go 1, 2, 3, or I could go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go backwards. So I want to get to these chains as quick as possible. So this is 2, 3, dibromo, pentane. Now these hydrogens, we don't care about the hydrogens. There's going to be hydrogens coming off of this thing. We never have to put where they're at. All right, on Maddie's, here, extend here a little bit. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is also pentane. And I have a chloro, and I have a bromo. I'm glad that she did this one because look, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, or I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. So which way do I go when it's going to be the same no matter what? Well, I'm going to look at alphabet, whichever one I'm going to name first. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 2 bromo, 4 chloro, and now we're going to get, I'm going to put the pentane down here. All right, then last, we've got Andrea, 1, 2, 3, so she has a propane. And then she has 2 chlorines here, so dichloro. 1, 2, 3. So this, and once again, once we get going in this chapter, you'll see that I don't always necessarily put my numbers here. I don't write the number 1, 2, 3. We'll just get to the point where in our head we know, we've counted. So 1, 2, dichloro. Propane. All right, so there's some just different ones that your classmates came up with and how to name them. We're going to continue working on these, and we're going to spend some time with the alkanes because we have to know how to do these, because this whole chapter, each section, we're just adding. So we know how to add, or we know how to name alkanes. Now we're going to add a little bit more to that chain. So you have to know what to do in the previous chapter before we can move on. All right, so if you need any help at all, or if you have any questions or just need me to look at something, let me know and I will do that. Have a great rest of your day.